I'm not gonna bribe him into giving me that stuff. Go on.
Listen up, mister, and you listen good. Start talking or your homework gets tripled.
Extortion, my favorite kind of torsion.
No! Please, please, anything but that!
Not exactly making friends, are we?
Oh, that didn't work? God. Now I wish for a renegade action where I just slap him across the head. I don't think he's going to take me seriously after that.
What have you been up to, young man? Why don't you talk to Miss Farron,
You're kind of scaring me.
I think you just completely creeped
Do
me
I
out.
seriously have to bribe this brat?
Why did you run away? I promise I won't get mad if you tell me.
Except for the time where I got
I
mad.
know you say you won't get mad at me, but I can't tell you. I don't want to get yelled at.
The kid was trying to get away from Mackie. I bet you anything he was up to no good.
I just shout at the guy again just to see what happens.
That's about enough. Tell me what you did right this instant.
Ah, please don't yell at me, please!
Hey, why don't you find out what he did first before laying into him?
I don't need your advice. You're not even a real boy.
You were running from Mackie, weren't you? Did you do something you weren't supposed to?
I was watching him work on the robots, and then I saw it and I just couldn't help myself.
This ought to be good. And then what happened?
Okay, I have two options and neither of them I want to use. That's the problem, isn't it? If you're going to put dialogue options in, let me choose the wrong one and have it have some kind of consequence. I don't care what the consequence is, even if it's just like some kind of mechanical system behind it. But have it have a consequence. Don't trick me with the illusion that there are valid dialogue choices here when there clearly aren't. Only one of these is right. Alright, let's try this one.
I hope you're not misbehaving. It makes me sad when my students don't behave.
Emotional blackmail.
I'm
Best
sorry,
kind of
Miss
blackmail.
Farron. Guess I'll own up. The truth is, I sold something from Mackie.
And that's why he was chasing you?
What did you take?
This necklace. It belongs to you, doesn't it?
Wow.
Hey, wait!
Hey, you know your dead fiancé? I stole his necklace. I told you we shouldn't have gone easy on that kid. He's a bastard.
What was he doing with this anyway?
That belongs to Mackie, doesn't it?
No, it's mine. It's a reminder of a promise a good friend made me.
Oh, good God, the soppy bit.
Sarah, I believe you. Your sister's alive. She's out there somewhere.
You look ridiculous. FYI.
Thank you, Snow.
Here, you hang on to this for a while. When I come back, it'll be with Lightning. Then there's no way she can say no to us getting married.
Okay.
Okay.
And that was the last time I saw Snow. The memories I had of Lightning, standing on the plain beneath Cocoon. He was the only one who believed. Believed them enough to do something. That's why I've been waiting here.
And doing nothing, right? Lightning and Snow are long gone, but you still sit here and wait. Why didn't you go after them?
I love that. That's fantastic. It's like, you're useless. You're basically Bella Swan. You get emo and upset because your boyfriend ran off, and now you're just sitting around doing absolutely nothing. Won't someone please think of the children?
I'm a teacher. I have a responsibility to my students.
Excuses.
Sure, but what about your responsibility to yourself? Were you secretly glad Snow was out of your life?
What?
Wow, he can be a bit of a bastard, can't he?
Sorry. It's just that in my world, saying farewell, well, it was usually for good. We didn't like to let go so easily.
I thought the Moogle's just impassively hovering there, watching all this emotional drama unfurl. Ah, an artificial barrier.
I'm sorry, but we can't let you through. We have a dangerous situation on our hands.
I can throw fireballs, for God's sake. I don't need your help. Alright. Speaking of throwing fireballs, I'd actually just like to try one of these abilities out, one of these new ones. I don't know which is better. Also, I keep getting knocked into the air, so it's not really working out so well, I've got to say. There you go. That is Spark Strike, and then a Freeze. I think the problem that I've had with Final Fantasy games for ages is that beating a lot of these encounters doesn't really require any thought whatsoever. 10 had the same problem. The only time you really had to use different abilities was when you were up against bosses. It would just be nicer to see fights not go over with you mashing buttons. That's why I really liked, say, Dragon Age, for instance, the original. Play that on pretty hard mode, and oh yeah, you've got to think about the abilities you actually use here, not so much. Yeah, pretty much. Let me introduce you to H.P. Lovecraft. He'll have a few things to say about that. Let's see if we can get out of this nonsense. Just kind of exploring the area, trying to get a hold of the stuff that I missed last time, like this, for instance. Well, it's nice that there is actually some exploration here, because it doesn't seem anywhere near as linear as 13 was, from what I've heard. Ah, XIII-2, an item. Fantastic. Let's get this sorted out then. Equipment. Question is, what does it do? Increases maximum HP. Alright. Probably want to... It's a percentage-based increase, ergo it would make more sense to give the one with most HP, but actually they're both kind of the same there. How the hell's Noel level 9 and I'm 2? How the hell does that work? I don't even know. I can't explain that. Don't know how the system's actually supposed to work. Yeah, there you go. You can have it, I suppose. Now, if I recall correctly, someone mentioned something about party paradigms. It might be worth having a look at that. Generate random party paradigms, delete existing party paradigms, customize. Alright, so if I were to set up one here, I think Slash and Burn's the one I use anyway, isn't it? Because Slash and Burn is set, yes. Yeah, it's the same as that, so it doesn't really matter one way or the other. But yeah, you see the roll bonuses right there, I suppose. Yeah, so that doesn't really matter. In fact, I'd actually kind of like to... What the hell? Oh, right, okay. So you can then customize it for different things. So normal, behave according to the nature of their selected roles. Cross, prioritizes actions that affect single targets. And then wide, mostly area of effect stuff. But as far as I can tell, you only seem to have control over the leader, which I'm pretty sure is the same way that it was in Final Fantasy XIII as well. Alright, well, let's delete that one, because there's no real point in it even being there. And onward we go. And the sound has broken. Alright, sorry, I didn't even realize that the thing had actually stopped working. Let me just reset it. It should be back up momentarily. As I said, there isn't any audio otherwise. Alright, refresh, and it should be back right about now. There we go, fixed. Don't worry, you missed nothing. Nothing. Oh, except this gigantic plant that's trying to kill me, so we'll make a start on that. There we go. Switch to... I don't even know which one's more effective. What's the difference between fire and flame strike? I don't seem to see any difference in them whatsoever. I'll have to look through the actual abilities menu and find out which is better. I think one's ranged and one isn't, but that doesn't make too much of a difference at this point. Well, fire makes more sense against these plant-based things, I suppose. There you go. These are actually quite dangerous. Yeah, I think it's time to potion up quite quickly. There we go. You know, I was asking for harder fights, and suddenly I found one. Wonderful. This is a bit more stressful.
How can I make it?
No, stop your whining. It'll be fine. Oh, I was supposed to actually heal everyone. It doesn't seem to.
One for me.
There we go. Now it works. There you go. Have some fire. That's probably a good thing. There's also the Libra scope, which is supposed to tell you various things about the enemies.
How can I make it?
That doesn't tell me a damn thing. There we go. Dealt with. That was not a good fight for me, actually. But good. I'm glad to see that it's actually ramping up the difficulty somewhat. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out the difference between these various abilities, and I'm not 100% sure as to how you find that out. Apparently, you can also change character outfits. Which I don't have outfits for anyway, so it doesn't make a blind bit of difference. I never really liked the fact that characters in Final Fantasy games stick with the same outfit throughout the entire journey, and it doesn't customize based on the equipment you're wearing. I know the weapons often customize, but that's really about it. How do I find out about what these various abilities do? What's their specific... I suppose the Crystarium might tell me, maybe? I'd a guess. Passive ability summary... It's not passive ability summary I want, though. It's active ability summary. Yes, no bloody use at all. Ah, here we go. Excellent. Alright. So what's the difference between fire and flame? Oh, right, well, one's physical... Okay, right, I see. So those are all physical, and those are actually magic. Okay. That's fine. So you use one against something that's weak to physical, and one against something that's weak to magic. Alright, fine. I still don't quite forget... What the hell's Ruin, anyway? Non-elemental magical damage. Alright. Okay, cool. I understand. And then I've given Noel a bunch of stuff, and he's unlocked a bunch of abilities, but... He's just going to use those automatically, I guess. Provoke Blizzard Blitz. Alright, so that's an AoE one. Alright. Okay. I get it. Can I toss the Moogle yet? Nope, it's not. I can't toss the Moogle. That upsets me. As I recall correctly, we were supposed to be looking for an artifact somewhere. More battles. It's fine, we can just get out of that. Not a problem. Is there anything on the map that's useful here? Alright, we're back to the village. Okay, I suppose that makes sense. Onward we must go. Backtracking is what we have. What the hell's he doing back there? Is he just been hanging around there this entire time?
Isn't the artifact after all?
Are you losing your touch, Mog?
You're useless.
It's not his fault.
It is.
Come on.
Don't make
let's
excuses
head
for him.
back.
I'm not having that nonsense. He'll never learn if you don't punish him. Alright, what have you found this time? What the hell's going on here? You found a rock. A tree. How wonderful. You telling me it was in the tree the entire time? It's right there! Why did you waste 20 minutes of my time? It's right there!
Is that the artifact?
This is Lightning's knife. I keep it in my room, but how did it get out here?
Bloody Moogles.
Hey, look there. Snow!
Looks like Tidus.
Come on.
Isn't. All Final Fantasy characters look alike, I tell you.
It's her knife. I found it near the base of the pillar.
It's probably not good, is it?
Snow.
Sarah, I'm sorry. She must be inside the pillar. Lightning's holding up Cocoon, along with Vanille and Flame.
Of course.
Wait, what are you talking about? She was right here a second ago.
It's not the rational explanation, I think.
We talked. She gave us her blessing.
How to ruin any scene. Put a chocobo in it.
I won't forget that moment. Lightning was happy. Happy that Snow and I were getting married. She laughed and said congrats.
She said congrats?
But then, all of a sudden, Lightning disappeared.
She G-quit.
She was gone. Like she was never there to begin with. No one else remembered her smiling and laughing. No one but me.
I'm pretty sure Final Fantasy games didn't used to be this emo.
All your friends think your sister is inside that pillar.
Which is equally crazy to the whole time travel nonsense.
People said I was dreaming. They said I was just making up stories so that I didn't have to face the truth.
Ambient sounds break the mood.
Listen, Sarah. Your memories are the truth. Lightning is alive. The question is, why are you the only one who remembers?
Alright, which is the rational choice, ladies and gentlemen? I can see different futures. Obviously that one, no. Maybe it was a dream. Okay, cool. That makes sense. You know, I'm delusional. I need to seek some kind of help. That's good. Because history changed. Oh yes, that's logical. It's a message from my dead sister that no one else remembers. Well, gee, let's go with the rational one, which would be that.
Perhaps it was just a dream.
It could be. Or maybe it's your friends who are the deluded ones.
This guy is encouraging bad behavior. Come on.
No artifact yet, huh?
No, because Moogle's useless.
No, instead, my things are showing up in places they shouldn't be.
I wonder if someone's trying to mess with us.
I doubt it. No one here would do something
No
like
one
that.
here would do something like that. Look at that!
Guess
Look at
not.
that guilty face!
Unless they think they're doing the right thing.
It might not be a person at all. I mean, with time and space being warped everywhere...
It's the
anything
Moogle!
could
Or the
happen,
cat.
really.
One of the two.
Right. And that's how your things ended up out here? It's not a bad theory. Okay, so maybe we should ask if anyone else is missing stuff.
Let's head to the house and find out.
Ah, they have such a hard life out here on this absolutely gorgeous beach. I wish this music was not happening. Of all of the music they could have put in. Like, it was pretty good at the start, and then they had all sorts of nonsense going on with it. Mystic timeline nonsense. No. I just want to get out of this area so we can have a different soundtrack. Alright. Well, she's missing something, because I found the tattoo earlier, if I recall correctly, so... How you could be missing a tattoo...
Well, I was thinking, if Noel here really is from the future, he must be pretty curious about this time period.
That's true. We should probably explain a few things.
I'm all ears.
Yep, explain the hardships of your
We were
beach
all
life.
born and raised on Cocoon, but 3 years ago, our home basically fell out of the sky. We couldn't rely on the broken foul sea anymore. So, most of us made the decision to move to Pulse.
Weren't there millions of people living on Cocoon? It must have been pretty cramped.
Well, it was. But on Pulse, we had to deal with new hardships, like vicious monsters and a lack of provisions.
Sounds like a rough time.
Yeah. But eventually things settled down, and some former military types helped get things organized. Now there's a growing town at the base of Cocoon's pillar. The guys who used to be in charge are long gone.
How did you end up in this place then?
Our leader, Snow, suggested we live somewhere near the ocean. We used to live in a seaside town on Cocoon, so it was like we were rebuilding our home. Snow and the rest of us were used to fighting monsters and getting our hands dirty. So we pretty much settled back into our old way of life.
Snow's not around right now, so we do the best we can. But if Lightning were back, everything would be so much better.
So for everyone here, your sister being gone is the reality. Odd.
Well, apparently she wasn't missing anything. It's like missing her tattoo would be kind of odd, I suppose. I don't know, I do find it rather impossible to believe that this is a really hard life that they're living here. New hardships, like not being able to get the right kind of waves, dude.
How about it, future boy?
No,
More people have...
let's not. Alright, I am back at the house, and let's see if there's anything remotely relevant. Ugh, I tell you, the movement's still a bit stilted. The camera angles do tend to screw around as well.
It was never there before.
Oh, okay. Yes, Moogle, we get it.
Hey, check it out.
Wait. Okay, what is that? How did that happen?
Video games.
It's a twist in time. Something that doesn't belong.
Yeah.
I think this is an artifact.
It's a chunk of rock. How could you possibly know that?
We found an artifact. Just as Noel said we would.
He's tricking you.
Does this mean everything else he said is true?
Nope.
Did he really meet Lightning in Valhalla?
No, he's lying.
Maybe. Once I step through the gate, I'll be leaving my friends, my students, and the village for who knows how long. Can you tell me, Lightning? Do I dare believe this man?
A giant's artifact. I don't even want to
Okay.
know what that is.
Now we just have to head for the gate.
I don't get it. What was that artifact doing in the mirror?
A cube is right there.
The mirror must have belonged to someone else in the past.
It's right there.
Or the
See?
future. Wherever it came from. It didn't
You don't find
belong
this unusual?
here in this
No?
time.
No.
Scary stuff.
It appeared out of thin air and is floating right next to you. Oh, I tell you, they find the mirror unusual, but when a giant floating bouncing cube appears right next to them, they just, you know what? We don't care. This is a perfectly normal happening on this crazy ass beach. I don't really know why it said that was a reward, a live trigger reward, which by means it's some kind of conversation reward, but it didn't tell me which conversation it rewarded me for, which is curious to say the least. Okay. And why am I being rewarded? Get out of the bloody way. First it was Moogle, now it's you. Yeah. Anyway, I like kind of all the 3D Final Fantasy games, at least any of them that actually allowed proper rotation, as opposed to, say, Final Fantasy VII, which was on a fixed perspective, if I recall correctly, with pre-rendered backgrounds. Yeah, it does have a few camera issues here and there, and the movement is a little bit stilted, but I don't suppose that matters too much when you just use for navigating around areas
I'm
like
going to
this.
take this artifact and open that gate. But you still don't trust me, do you?
Of course
I can
not.
see it in your eyes.
I can see it in
If
your
there's
smile.
anything you're wondering about or don't believe, just ask, and I'll try to explain.
Well, there is one thing. What is it you want, exactly?
I don't want to know.
A future that has people in it.
Forever alone.
I lived at the end of days. I was the very last child to be born. As I grew up, everyone I knew died, one by one, until eventually it was just me. All their dreams fell on my shoulders. I was their last hope. It was too much, So I left.
So you wimped out, basically.
Sure. Maybe I couldn't go home again. Maybe I couldn't make everyone happy. But at the very least, I could rebuild a future where everyone could survive. So I went through the gate. I wasn't thinking very clearly then. I had a dream, but I didn't think it all out. I didn't know what it really meant. But once I got here and saw how you and your friends live in this village, I knew my dream could come true.
Champion surfer.
In Valhalla, your sister gave me a chance. She gave me hope. The future can be changed. That's what she told me, and I believe her.
I understand. Thank you, Noel. Thank you for telling me that.
It's all bollocks, admittedly. You only knew her for 3 minutes. Come on. And don't get me wrong, the backflipping and the dragons, it was all impressive, but seriously.
Before we leave?
No, I hate all these people.
I think I'm okay.
Actually, I want to find the cat, say goodbye to the cat. The cat is the only one in this village that I feel any kind of emotional link to. It's definitely a problem I feel with a lot of the voice acting based Final Fantasy games in that the characters you...
I'm sick of watching old movies.
Oh god, your life is so hard.
The fields really need some tending.
Why don't you go do it, you lazy bitch? Anyway, the characters I have a difficulty... What's the term I'm looking for? I can't empathize with them, I suppose, because they're either just all really, really annoying or otherworldly, and their motivations just aren't convincing. I don't know why that is, but it doesn't help when they start with two fairly irritating characters. I mean, he's kind of annoying, and so is she. I'm trying to think of really good characters. Yeah, you want really good characters? Final Fantasy XII. I can't even remember his name. There was a couple of really good ones in that. It's certainly not the main ones, not Van, Pinello, and was it Ash, the princess or whatever? The one who was basically Han Solo, that one. You remember that, don't you? Final Fantasy XII was effectively Star Wars, yeah? Blonde-haired kid saves princess from the evil empire with the help of smuggler and his furry friend. Yeah, it is pretty much Star Wars. And there's an emperor and everything. So, yeah. The guy, the smuggler, he was pretty awesome. And some other game that began with B. I think they both began with B, actually. So this is how forgettable that game sadly was. But, yeah, I said that was pretty good. All things considered, that was actually pretty good. I like those characters. I could not so much relate to them, but I found them entertaining. I don't really find these characters the same, I suppose.
Looks like you found your kitty cat. Isn't that great?
Wow, you're patronizing. You found the kitty cat. Would you like some ice cream? God damn it, I'm 19. I have no idea how old she actually is. I don't think it even tells you in the reviewer's guide.
Glad Lily understood my situation.
She's a grade school teacher, so she can't be that young. Right. You know what? I'm looking for this cat. I am more interested in finding this cat than anything else. There's all of these other cats that I don't care about. And maybe there's a hidden item around here or something as well. Oh, there he is.
I just remembered something. I saw Huge cuddling the Nora house kitty this morning.
Aha. I should find Huge. He's obviously stolen the cat. He kidnapped it. Stupid camera. Get down here. There you go. I'm pretty sure that was the cat. No, different cat. Ah, there he is, see? There you go, say goodbye to the cat. What are the point if you actually run at it?
I want to give Mew Mew a big hug.
Mew Mew? Oh god, I've got to get out of here.
You okay?
Yeah, I don't want to talk to you. You're a bunch of brats. You stole precious mementos from me.
I love my Mark so much.
I want to talk to... Nope. Where's the cool guy? There we go, I'll talk to him. He actually makes sense.
Sarah.
Did you find out anything more about the meteorite?
Well, to be perfectly honest, not much at all. We did send out a warning to Cocoon, though. Their new provisional government might send help.
I hope so. But
Alright, let's freeze. We'll just quickly fix that if you do not mind. I wonder if just refreshing it would actually work, but maybe not. I suppose we can give it a try. Alright. Let's see. Maybe it fixes it, maybe it doesn't. If it doesn't, I'll just have to turn it off and on again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No, it doesn't fix it. Alright. Off and on again. I gotta say, if this is a constant issue with the HD PVR, then it's not a very good piece of kit. I'll tell you that for a fact. There's another one, I think, called Average, which is a terrible name. Was it Avamedia? Maybe Avamedia, whatever. It's basically a capture device. It's a new one that's come out that's very compatible with XSplit. I think I'll probably pick one of those up, because the PVR doesn't do the job, and the Blackmagic devices that I've got don't work at all. That's the name of the company, by the way.
Time keeping Cocoon together as it is.
Yeah, I've heard that too. Apparently, the provisional government is taking over what used to be the job of the FALC. And us Nora members are taking over what should be the job of the government.
I still don't know what this Nora thing is.
Guess we have to rely on ourselves.
I guess I should probably just read the story primer for that, but I don't really care enough to. Alright, so I guess we have the artifact, so let's head on out, shall
The
we?
gate is where the meteorite fell. So we should head towards Cocoon, right?
Ah! Lizards!
It must be strange to have it there, always watching you.
Out of the way. Still that irritating music. I'm not sure why they think that's a good idea.
We need more recruits.
Hang on, didn't I just see you over there? Ah! There we go. Let's kick the snot out of that thing. Sadly, this thing is resistant to pretty much everything, so I don't think it really matters what I hit him with. There we go. Let's try that. You've got to basically stagger him. There you go. Now 3 of those. Should increase the stagger. 1, 2, and 3. Now you need to be at 200% in order to make him do anything. Zappy, zappy. There you go. And you are dead, sir. Not so shabby. Alright, easy enough done. We will! Someone should... Did I just see him jump that? Oh, God, the jumping animations in this game are awful. I really wish they could do something about that. It's such a minor thing, but... Ugh. It's not peaceful at all. I'm being attacked from all sides by monsters of the ether. You are delusional. Everyone in this town is delusional. Every one of them. Who are you?
I'm glad we found the artifact.
If you're heading to the gate, take this shortcut. Godot said you were free to come and go as you please.
That's nice of him. I don't trust him. He's clearly up to something. No, never mind. He's the most rational guy here. Ah! Very small sand scorpion thingy. Yeah, I think we can just avoid that. Don't really care too much about it. Alright, what is in the ball? Give me its delicious contents. There we go.
Come on and get it, you monsters!
You did not say that. Alright, fantastic. Let's advance the story in a linear direction. Oh, I see. Now it's got good music. Oh, it's you again. Wonderful. Yes, again. Bring it. Oh, thanks. Do we actually know anything about this guy? I don't even know what he's actually vulnerable to. I suppose we can use the item, maybe. Well, he's evidently not vulnerable to that. Oh, no, I don't have the item anymore. Kind of blows. Alright. Alright, that hurts a little bit. That's his slash. Okay. I'm not sure. I didn't have a chance to look at the bestiary, and it's not letting me do it now, so I guess I'm just going to hit him with what I've got. He's got a shield, which looks like it needs to be broken down before I get hit him with anything. There we go. That's shielded against that, so we're not taking too much damage. Very odd screamy music, which actually does remind me of 10 as well. I'm pretty sure that the theme for Jack was quite like that. Was I quick enough to do that shift? Maybe, maybe not. Not 100% sure. Alright, Medigard. I don't really know what that actually does, but seems good. Try and bring his shield down. Okay, he's taking a fair amount of damage now. There you go, have some of that. Have some of that. No, pretend you don't like it. There we go. Quick shift, and then back to that. I still like the battle system. As I said, I think it's actually pretty awesome. I think that old school Final Fantasy fans probably despise it, at a guess. I haven't heard good things about it from them, let me put it that way. But for me, who really isn't all that much into Final Fantasy games, I like the fact that it's more active and that I'm actually doing more. Even if I'm just kind of spamming abilities at the moment, one would imagine that it would get a little bit more involved later on. Let's hope that is actually the case. Switch out. There we go. Indeed. It's doing bugger all at the minute, but we've got to break the shield before we do major damage to him. There you go. Shield against that. Back to that. As it should be. Come on. Hit him with everything you got. There we go. There's the stagger. And now just smash the living crap out of him. I'll just eat the swipe, actually. I could use this ability, but it seems kind of pointless. There you go, he's dealt with anyway. If I recall correctly, using commando abilities helps sustain the chain for longer, but building the chain has to be done with a Ravager job, which is the mage, basically. I don't want to fight you, you're awesome. Can you come back and replace the Moogle, please? Oh, no. I don't trust it. It's a... You see, I don't trust most of the things in the Final Fantasy universe. Like, this can't be reliable, it's a giant chicken. This can't be reliable, it's a toy. This can't be reliable, it's a bloody feather. Feed greens to a chocobo. It'll let you hop on the saddle and ride around. You will not encounter any monsters while mounted. That's quite nice. There are some locations... Okay, fair enough. He's buggered off. Well, so much for that.
From sunrise to sunset, it's a hard job.
Oh yeah, it looks it. Alrighty then. Oh, hello. I did not notice that one like that last time. Yoink. Let's have that. Aha! Oi, chicken, get over here. I have some delicious greens for you. Please give me Chocobo theme. This is what I've been waiting for this entire time. It better be a good Chocobo theme. It better not suck. There we go, a Chocobo theme. It's not the best Chocobo theme I've ever heard. I think I actually prefer the traditional one, I guess. It's also utterly pointless. I'm in a crater with a Chocobo that can't get out anyway, so what the hell's the point in... Oh, it can jump. Ooh. The Chocobo has a better jumping animation than the main character. Square, fix it. God. Oh, it doesn't actually sing Chocobo in the background. God, it's like Charlie the Unicorn. Charlie! Chocobo! Oh. Really, Square? Really? Why would you do this to me? There you go. Ah. You see, the game's suddenly much better now that that theme is playing. I don't like the little Chocobo sound in the background, though. Please don't do that. Get in the water. There's probably no point in going around here. Can I run people over with the Chocobo? Because that would be the best thing. I'm fairly sure there's an area I couldn't access before. Oh, hello. There we go. Items. It's excited. A medical kit. How wonderful. I'm pretty sure there was another area that was blocked off earlier. I may be able to get into it, potentially. I just want to make sure I've got everything before I go. I actually do get a bit completionist when it comes to RPGs. If you can believe that. I have played quite a few JRPGs in the past. I'm not the biggest fan of them, but it's certainly not the genre I hate the most either. Some are pretty good. I'm trying to remember which part of the area was blocked off. Like, hey, I suddenly have a chocobo. Suddenly I'm better than everyone here. Just no! Chocobo! Please, no! Why would you do that? Let's have a look at the map. Yeah, I don't think there's actually any area blocked off now, but as far as I can tell. That's everything. We've been to every area. Alright, cool. Let's advance the story then. I'm pretty sure I've gotten everything I could possibly get in this area. Chocobo!
There's still monsters around. Keep a lookout.
I will.
Game! I'm on a sodding chocobo. I am immune to monsters. You just told me this.
A chocobo.
Yes! A chocobo. Thanks, Captain Obvious. What the hell else would it be? Oh yes, the correct answer to that is dinner. Yeah. Why are they surprised by this? Did chocobos suddenly appear out of sodding nowhere and inexplicably I knew how to ride them? How the hell did that happen? Alright. Please give me an airship later. Off we go. Into the gates! Bird of Destiny. There you go. Oh, it wants me to dismount the chocobo. Now I'm disappointed. Oh well. Let us go. Interesting that the chocobo is a limited resource. Huh. Oh well. Should go with what we've got.
Are you sure you're ready? You know, once we go through, there might be no coming back.
Dun dun dun. I think we're pretty much ready. I haven't seen anything in the town that's worth having. I've got all this money and I can't spend it. I suppose there's no one in the town to buy anything. Alright, let's do it. Advance the storyline. Yes, here we go.
Yes, I'm ready to go. It's not a dream or a lie. I know my sister is alive out there.
Yes, indeed.
I'm sorry I doubted you. Of all people, I should know how bad it can make you feel when no one believes what you say.
To be fair, if you were spouting
Snow
gibberish as much
always
as you are...
trusted me. Now it's my turn to do the same for you. I've made up my mind. You and I. We go together.
I won't let you down. We'll find Valhalla, I promise.
Well, there you go. That's the first chapter of that game done. We shall proceed a little further, I think. I'm not hating it. I've got to admit.
So, you're not gonna say goodbye?
We already covered this! Oh, God.
There's no need. We already have, sort of. Lightning's knife. It's been sharpened and cleaned.
Well, you did that.
Hey, shut up.
Look, my pendant has a brand new chain.
Oh, okay.
And Snow was purring like a kitten. Someone gave him a good brushing.
Quiet.
Hey,
I want that cat as a party
Why
member.
don't you guys go fess up? Go on. You too.
Hey, Sarah. I figured no way you're leaving the pendant behind. So I made a chain, you know, so you wouldn't lose it.
If Lightning is alive out there, wouldn't want her getting mad over a poorly maintained weapon. You know her.
If you leave, someone's got to pick up the slack looking after Snow. So I volunteered myself.
Thanks, guys. It's time for me to go.
Like 20 minutes ago, you were arguing
I
not
know
to.
what's waiting out there, in the future, between worlds. But I want to see lightning so much. If there's any chance at all, I want to take it.
You can go. But you have to come back in one piece. Promise?
I promise. If I believe, maybe a miracle will happen.
Oh, come on.
The future won't change until you make the first step.
You know what you're doing, right?
Not a clue.
Well, I can't say that I do.
See? Told you.
This is the first time I've opened a gate myself. Guess we'll just have to find out.
It's gonna...
Hey, what about Sarah?
I'll protect her. I promise you. I vow never to let her come to harm.
Cadeau.
But
Trust me. For Sarah's sake.
You see, he's the only sensible guy there. I've said it once, I'll say it 1,000 damn times. Alright, here we go.
I guess this is it.
Guess so. Looks like the future starts now.
Cheese! Delicious cheese. And then they died. Game over. Oh, that's an inconvenient time for it to stop working. Quick fix. It's okay, I paused the cutscene. Don't worry, you won't see the sad goodbye. Well, you won't miss the sad goodbye. And refresh. And back to the melodrama. Ion
Sarah,
cannon
you
charging.
set out on your journey for my sake. You believed in a promise. You believed in a future you could not see.
You're an idiot.
I will keep fighting here, at the end of the world. I know you will come. I believe in you.
Who the hell is that? Wait a minute, isn't that...
Sarah.
What's he doing there? I don't know what's going on. You see why this was a terrible idea?
This place is incredible.
It's on fire!
It's the Historia Crux. The crossroads of the time continuum.
Oh, of course.
So this is how you were able to travel backwards from the future?
Right. Just floated through this nowhere space.
Oh, that easy, huh?
And now it's your turn.
At least he'll die first. Alright. We are traveling through time and space and such things. So in other words, this is the hub, by the looks of it, the Historia Crux. Select a year and location to which you travel. Apparently you can go to the same area in a different time zone. This is... Let's have a look, shall we? Let's read the reviewer's guide, because it probably explains it much, much better. Bear in mind, these are written specifically to ensure that you don't give something a bad review by not understanding it. They're kind of useful, I suppose. Ah, yes, here we go. It's also a little bit of a PR bit of nonsense. The Historia Crux allows for a new level of exploration. Just talk straight. Lets the player choose not only which location to explore, but also what time to explore the location in. Untangling the threads of time is essential to exploring the content of the game, and that's it. And there are gates in the world of Cocoon and Grand Pulse, and require artifacts to unlock them. Once unlocked, the player is able to access a new section of the game, or visit an already unlocked section during a different time period. It's really as simple as that. Not all gates are required to be unlocked in order to reach the end of the game, so there are optional gates and optional areas if you want to go exploring that you don't actually have to go into. I think that might give some of the guys who are concerned about Final Fantasy XIII's linearity something to think about. It's always nice to have that. So for what I understand of that game, and I didn't play it myself, but I did read a lot about it, that game really had some issues when it came to it just being a straight line and there being nothing to explore or anything along those lines. This game does seem like it mixes a bit more of the traditional Final Fantasy style in there, and I suppose the Historia Crux basically replaces the airship. Which is kind of disappointing. I like airships. Alright, let's see what we've got. The Brescia Ruins. And you can return to the Historia Crux by pressing Start to open the pause menu. Oh, so you can return to the hub world at any time. Interesting. Time will cease to flow for that location, and you can safely travel to another one without losing your story progress. Intriguing. Time traveling craziness. Okay. Let's discover what's going on then. Alright, so that's that area. And you can also toggle between different views. That's the overview there. Apparently these fragments... I don't know if what the fragments are really for. Oh, there's 2 more fragments in there? Where, I have to wonder. Where are the rest of the fragments? The OCD part of me is saying I need to go back there. Oh, God. If you don't mind, I need to take a quick 2-minute break. I've got to swap out the batteries in my headphones and stuff like that, so... I will be right back. And leaving you with this terrible music. I almost feel sorry for you, almost. I don't think I quite have that amount of pity in my heart yet. Alright, I don't want to torment you with this music any longer. Good lord. Yes, I can see why you'd be bothered by that. Alright. Back to it. Those of you wondering, oh, why do you have headphones with batteries? Well, anything with active noise reduction tends to have batteries. I tend to use these for gaming, they're quite nice. But yes, apparently I managed to miss 2 fragments. I have no sodding idea where. There's all these locked locations to this here as well. I have to wonder if it's possible to see that period in different areas. I really don't know. Whatever the case, this is the only place that I can currently go. Everything else is currently locked. So, I guess we're going to the Brescia Ruins. Save the game. Oh, yeah. I don't know how... This is not the kind of thing I want to really be doing on a regular basis. This, to me, is too much like a blind Let's Play. It's stretching what WTF is supposed to be, which is like a first impressions series. But it's an RPG. You can't do a first impressions of that without taking a ton of time. I don't know, maybe I could justify doing it for RPGs only. I don't know. It's... I know some people like it, but I feel it's junky, you know? It's lazy. It's... Ugh. Makes you feel dirty. Alright. In the meantime, let's continue, shall we?
Rejecting the easy path, humanity has chosen to build a society based on human technology, rather than relying on the fal'Cie. A provisional government has replaced the Sanctum, and a scientific organization, calling itself the Academy, searches ruins for ancient technological secrets. One such site is on the shores of Lake Brescia, where a giant war weapon has been unearthed.
Oh, that sounds like fun. Can I fight it? Can I steal it? I have no idea. Alright, let's get the TARDIS in motion and get our asses in gear, shall we? Once again, yes, those who are asking, yes, the VODs will be on YouTube. And by the way, there's supposed to be video content going out today, but my uploader isn't around. He's back in... He's actually moving back to Romania at the moment, so he hasn't got his modem for a couple of days, and I'm getting someone else to upload it, but they're having problems, so the content will be out. We just don't know when today.
When reaching for the future, we sometimes fall into the past. As we gaze upon events that cannot be changed, our hearts grow bitter with regret. And you, my dear Sarah, will you encounter your past here? How will you choose to deal with that pain?
I can't take that seriously! I'm sorry! This Moogle comes catapulting through time. Moogles in time, yeah. I'd play a game called that, as long as I'm allowed to destroy the Moogles. Moogles? Wow. Moogles at every possible opportunity. They actually did a Final Fantasy game where you played a Chocobo, incidentally. 2, I think, come think of it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, check it out. You can see the ground above us.
Wow. So this is how Cocoon looks from the inside.
That's right, I forgot. This is your first time here.
Yep.
Ah, time travel. Excuses for everything. Seriously poor texture work going on there, holy hell. Oh, is it you again?
What is that?
Look out!
It's not sodding pleasant, is that for a fact? Also notice in the first 3 hours of the game there's only really been one set of quick time events. That's quite nice. I'm glad they didn't overdo that. Got this feeling this ain't working out for you. Take the Moogle first.
Yeah, and not looking to shake hands, I'm guessing.
Owned. Turns out, standing there was pretty dumb. Alright, fight the big stompy thing. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. How the hell do you fight a fist? Guess we're about to find out. I don't know what it's weak to. I don't know if it's weak to anything, actually. Oh, that hurts. Okay. Wounding attack reduces maximum HP. Ah! Ah, I see. When wounded, a long battle is your enemy. Alright, I almost misread that. Okay. So kill it quick. Alright. I'd love to, I'm not sure what it's vulnerable to. We'll put our shields up, I suppose. Let's see, once maybe it punches me again, I'll be alright. Alright, so it doesn't really do anything aside from that one big swing, which you can easily avoid. Alright, fine. Trying to think what it would be weak to. It's taking quite a lot of damage from just normal commando attacks. It's taking bugger all damage from magic at this point. An auto chain and see if that helps. Alright, I'm about to be hit. Shielded against that, nice and easy. I think we both need to go commando on this one. No, not like that. Because normal attacks seem to be the only ones actually doing any damage to it. Magic just does bugger all. Alright, I'm just gonna have to hit it with normal attacks. Maybe Ruin works as well, I don't know. Uh-oh, I don't like the look of that. Alright. Ah, there we go, let's dodge out of the way of that.
Okay.
I'm okay with... I suppose we could spend some time talking about the very principle of QuickTime events. I remember when QuickTime events used to be a cool thing. That was back when... Oh my. That was back when Shenmue came out. A lot of people might remember that.
You okay?
Yeah.
And if you don't remember that, that's kind of unfortunate for you, but... At that point, it was actually pretty awesome, because it was a fairly new thing, aside from the fact that it had obviously already been done in Dragon's Lair, but integrating it into a normal game wasn't all that common. I don't mind them being in the game as long as they're not excessive. Pretty much, yeah. Alright, hit them with everything we got. Now, if I recall correctly, someone was actually telling me this. There is a way to change your leader as well if you want to play as somebody else. I just can't quite remember how to do it. Maybe back button or something? No, definitely not. There you go. Staggered, so at least he's taking some damage there. There you go, you have 3 of those. Oh my. Ah! Shield. Switch back to that. Still appears to be staggered, so I think we can do some decent damage here. Now, certainly one of these buttons allows you to switch leader, I think, and I can't find which one it is at the moment. Alright. It's about to die anyway. Shield against that. Just hit it with normal attacks at the moment. Just to work better. There we go. Dealt with. For the moment. Oh, handy. Can I have one of those? Actually, can I have all of those? What can I say? I'm a big fan of airships. Who the hell is it?
Hostile located. Engage at will.
Smack it about.
Confirmed. Targeting Atlas.
Alright. Hit the Y button. Not sure. Oh, okay. Apparently I get to shoot it. There we go. Alright, that's pretty badass. All credit to them for that. Not too shabby. I really could have done better, apparently. And I got a bonus. Oh, nice bonus item for actually doing the QuickTime event perfectly, huh? Not too bad. Funnily enough, some of that music really reminds me of Phantasy Star Online. It really does. That's not a bad thing, I might add. It's a good bit of nostalgia there.
That was exciting.
Guess it's over. Huh?
It's
the army!
Of course it's the army!
Friends of yours?
Well, that was a dumb idea.
Attention intruders! Surrender immediately!
Coward. You know, I just fought this big stunking giant. Why can't I deal with this guy?
They look like Sith who took a wrong turn.
Oh, of course. That's silly of me.
We'll soon find out. Dig up any income. You're being detained as potential suspects in the unsanctioned activation of Atlas.
Oh yeah, it was us that did that.
And no funny business.
It's even less likely than the whole time travel story.
Like criminals, but it's just a misunderstanding. Stick to the truth, and we'll be okay. And smile. Smiling usually helps.
Smiling is highly disingenuous, especially when you're not really feeling like it. Hello. Wonder if there's a way of getting at that. Once again, this Moogle throw ability that's mentioned in the review guide is not something I've had the ability to do as of yet. So it would be nice to sort of shove the Moogle through the bars. The Moogle actually could fit. I don't know, it's a bit fat. Maybe it couldn't, but we should be able to get through there and actually get us out or whatever, but... Well... I guess that's going to do absolutely nothing. Yep, none of the key combinations do it, so I guess it's just something we can't do yet. Doesn't mention when you get it. Alright, let's have words with you.
You're going straight to Academy HQ. Don't drag the truth out.
It wasn't me, Gov, honest. Give me food.
When do we eat?
Think this is some kind of joke, hotshot?
Pretty much.
You two came up on the Grand Elevator?
Huh? The Grand what? Sarah, what's he talking about?
He could be talking about the elevator that's supposed to connect Cocoon and Pulse, but it's still being built. It's going to be finished next year.
You're confused, man. It was done last year.
Last year?
You haven't figured this out yet? No, you're not remembering things wrong. Oh, but how did she not realize this? This was just explained to her 10 minutes ago. We're about to travel through space and time to a wide variety of different locations in different time zones. I'm surprised when it suddenly isn't the same time. She never listens. She never listens. Quite frankly, putting the future education of our children in her hands is unacceptable. What could it all mean? Aliens.
I don't get it.
Oh, no, apparently not.
Next year in your time. Last year in this time. Which means we've traveled 2 years into the future.
Basic mathematics!
Huh? Is that you? Hey. Watch yourself.
Bloody useless.
Sarah! It is you!
You know them?
Uh-huh.
I don't trust you one little bit.
Alyssa Slidell. I'm an Academy intern. I heard you apprehended our 2 observers, so here I am.
Observers?
Yes, they're invited guests of the Academy. I was showing them around and forgot to give them their communications.
Really?
Back up a second. These guys, these observers, are VIPs?
Pretty much.
I hope we can forget about this.
Wow, you are easily convinced. These are the worst security personnel ever. No wonder they all got blown up in some kind of crazy apocalypse by emo guy.
Strange world, stranger events, unfamiliar faces, an uncertain future. They speak of anomalies, of a strange energy that warps time itself. Things that shouldn't exist here are appearing near the gates. Things that shouldn't happen are happening. They call this phenomenon the paradox effect.
Dum
And
dum
if you
dum.
think about it, that term could apply to our existence in this age as well. Lightning, how will I find you when I don't even know when or where I'll end up next? Rain.
Oh. I'll supply you both with comm devices. Right this way, please.
Thank you for your help. I was just wondering, have we met before?
Oh, no. Sorry about all that observer nonsense back there. Lucky for us, that soldier was so quick to believe me.
What an idiot. Well, I would quite like to know why the hell she's helping us out, so...
So what's your story?
I'm Alyssa Zidell, an Academy trainee. And this is where I'm gonna make my big discovery.
That's not what I meant. What do you want with us?
I'm not sure I want to tell you yet. You'll just have to trust me.
No. I can't trust women who wear ties.
Right this way, please.
I just want to tell any kind of graphics team that's involved in a major AAA game,
For help with this investigation. It seems
water drops on the screen, they aren't actually as clever as you think they are. Ah, a town with actual people to talk to. Let's have words.
You know, I think we may have really traveled into the future.
Finally, you're getting it.
Quiet about where we're from for now.
Pretty much. Music's much better now.
You'll need an ID to travel any further into the ruins. Here, take this communicator, and keep it with you at all times.
Wunderbar.
So I'm curious.
Yeah?
Just why are you helping us anyway?
I saw you two. I saw how you got here, through that thing.
What, you mean through the gate?
Yes, it is a kind of gate. It links to another world, doesn't it? Nice to finally have some clue what these things are for.
You're even crazier than the rest of them.
So basically, helping us out was almost like part of your research. But you still have questions.
I do have questions, yes. About the gate, and about the paradox.
Yeah. But with Atlas throwing his weight around, the ruins will be closed off, and there goes the chance to get your answers.
No, Popopo.
Right, he's talking sense. Don't be so mean.
No problem. We'll take care of that giant for you.
No, that's not what I meant. No. No, don't. Oh, God. Now look what you've gotten us into. Ah, look! See, you can change leader here. Apparently you just didn't have access to that. This is something else that people complained about in Final Fantasy XIII. Again, it's not a game I've played, but I read so much about it and the complaints about it that you got features unlocked at an incredibly slow pace. It seems like they've sped it up this time, but there we go. Apparently, you can do it that way. You press Y to open the main menu and select Change Leader and switch characters. Alright, types of gateways. Okay. That doesn't really explain anything, if I'm totally honest. But okay, never mind. Interesting way of connecting the game together, though, via some kind of time travel hub. I don't know, I find it appealing. I could possibly start to care about this story at some point. It's certainly a bit of a slow burner. It would help if there were characters that I didn't hate, but, well, I guess we're stuck with what we got.
5 years ago, the Sanctum ordered the Purge and drove people out of their homes.
Oh, lovely.
A lot of them escaped and fled. They hid in these ruins, hoping to survive.
You look silly. You're not military. That's not a military haircut. Look at that crap. It's like, L'Oreal, because I'm worth it. Coupeau, my ass.
Why did you offer to stop the giant?
Because we can't let Atlas shut this place down. We need to search the ruins. There might be other gates we can use.
Like the gate to Valhalla?
Fair point.
Right. We'll do it your way.
Oh, that's been the way pretty much the entire time so far. Get some self-respect, woman. Okay. I'm pretty sure I got a bunch of items earlier, so that's something we might want to have a look at. Alright, accessories. Hang on. Hang on a second, I'm pretty sure. Was that a customization item or something that I got? Let's have a look at the inventory. Okay. Key items. Medical kit. I'm not sure what we got that. That was from a box, wasn't it? I'm not sure what it is, why we have it. This will be useful later. Speciality items, that's the... What's its face? Accessories. Oh no, I have a second iron bangle. Excellent. Adornments. So, This I don't understand, because I don't know what these are for at all. You can't equip them. I guess maybe you can combine them at a later date to make an outfit or something. I'd guess. Is there anything in the outfit screen? Nope. And nope. Alright, I don't even know yet. Mysteries, ladies and gentlemen, mysteries. They don't appear to be mentioned in the reviewer's guide either. Alright, so if I change my leader around, then there we go. I should probably have a look at the Crystarium, because we've had a lot of points since last time. So let's see what's available. Alright. Noel. How much Crystal do I have? Quite a lot. Alright, so I think we'll continue. I think I'll probably spread the points out a little bit. Make her kind of a pure mage and have him be mostly commando. Mostly. And a little bit of sentinel in there as well. Sounds fairly reasonable. That also toughens him up as well, makes him much more resilient, which is good. So hopefully he can take the hits. We're going to go all the way up to level 10 with him, I think. Well, 9 is as far as I can go. Oh, hello. Okay. Select a level bonus. I don't know what any of these are. Alright, so that's a bonus boost for Sentinel, a bonus boost for Commando. Unlock the Synergist role. Increase the active time battle gauge. This is a really hard decision to make. I don't even know. Actually, I have no idea. Is this a useful thing? Maybe, I don't know what it is. Active time battle gauge, I suppose, is a good thing, but let's unlock the role. I don't know what it is. It doesn't tell me what it is. I am blindly guessing at it. There we go. Alright, cool. I have no idea what that is. What is the Synergist? Tell me about it. There's a passive plus 10 HP. Nope, bonus. Yep, that I honestly, not a sodding clue. I guess we'd have to look at the abilities that you get with it, really, but I don't know. That's confusing. It's not very self-explanatory. I don't know what a Synergist does. I don't know why I've unlocked it, but hey, we've unlocked the Synergist. There we go. Okay, so other character. So we've got points here. We're going pure mage with this one, so I've learned Aero. How delicious! Some of you probably don't even get the joke right there, but never mind. Those of you in Britain certainly understand. Let's go all the way up. Ravager bonus, excellent. Ah, I know this. I know this is better than the other one. There you go. I have Fira. And then Thundara, which I'm fairly sure was a character from Thundercats. Feel the magic, feel the roar. And is that all the way up? Yes, here we go. Okay, pick a bonus. Unlock the Saboteur role. Increase active time battle. Or learn a Ravager bonus boost. What is the Ravager? I don't know. I'll go in for that. That sounds alright. I don't know. I'm guessing here. So, alright, she's going to be a damn good mage, I would think. Let's check her status. Passive ability summary. She's telling me bloody nothing at the moment. Alright, right trigger. Passive ability summary. Rav bonus boost. Improved chaining. Okay, cool. Now I feel like I should have gone for the active time battle one, because that would allow me to cast 2 of those in a row, but alright, well that's an AoE effect, so it's useful to know at any rate. Right. Cool. I sort of understand this a bit, but not by much. I'm still not understanding how he's level 12 and Sarah's level 2. I don't know what that even means, if anything. Does it mean anything? Who the hell knows? Maybe that's just the level in their role, I suppose. Yeah, that must be it. Alright. Onward. Leader changed. There we go. You are now the leader. The frame rate drops pretty hard in this area. One has to assume it's something to do with the weather effects, and What the hell is that? Am I fighting the commander from Bit Trip Beat? Almost looks like I am. Alright, okay, so now I can actually use some reasonable abilities. Let's switch over to what we're good at. There we go. You go and kick the crap out of them. Deal physical damage to target nearby foes. Here, have a blitz. There we go. Beat the crap out of the commando. I never liked that game. Actually did. It was fairly cool, but the point has been made. What is that thing? It's a rabbit in a hat. I can't. I can't. I don't feel right attacking that. I just don't. I'm sorry. So I'm going to beat up the commander first. There you go. Alright. You definitely need healing. I might have to switch to Sentinel, actually, because she's... Yeah, I'm working on it. Let me switch to... I'm going to have to set up a proper one where she's actually a mage. I haven't got the right paradigm settled up yet. Medigard. I guess, and then Provoke. Oh, it's a Kate Sith. I see, okay. Alright. Let's potion up a little bit. We'll have to do that again. Smack it about. Alright, they both seem to be on me at the moment, so that's good. Though I'd really prefer if we had a different setup. I'll have to change my paradigm setup after this. Okay, cool. Should be safe now. Let's switch back to the damage one. Ooh, that one crystal. Interesting. Weird. Just smack you about. There you go. Battles are getting much more interesting now that I've got more stuff available to me. I think that's fairly obvious. Hello. What's a lot about? I didn't get a rating for that. I evidently suck. Thanks, game. Ooh. Interesting. What is that? I don't know. I guess we're finding some mysterious stuff, folks.
What? The monster turned into crystal.
Aha.
Servant of time.
What?
Daughter of chaos. Unto the world unseen. The untamed you guide.
What do you know? It talks.
Wait, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Guide the untamed?
Your power over monsters, Kupo.
Over monsters?
Now that you mention it, Lightning had monsters fighting with her in battle.
You can do the same, Kupo.
Okay. This power, can you show me how it works? I want to learn how to protect myself. Might as well start now.
Kupo?
You have to get the crap kicked out of you by a giant. Now's a great time. So this is what I was talking about earlier. You basically have the ability to have monsters in your party, which seems infinitely more interesting than having people in your party. You can now access monsters in the main menu. Select Paradigm Pack within Party Paradigms. That's a lot of P's, bro. Choose monsters to add into your paradigms. Monsters can also be developed in the Crystarium. Press Y and select monsters to customize your monstrous allies. So I can have a Kate Sith or whatever his name is. I think that's a healer, isn't it? So that might be useful. Yeah, let's do that. Get my monster allies ready for battle. Alright. You can choose up to 3 monsters to add into your paradigms. There are 3 slots available at the bottom of the screen. For this tutorial, however, let's start with a single monster in the leftmost slot. Browse through the available monsters, select the creature you wish to use. That is stupid. That is also stupid. I don't even know what these are, actually. Interesting, so... Oh, it's a late bloomer, is it? That is a really inappropriate thing to say. Alright, it's calm and hexproof. So there's kind of a Pokemon alignment to this, I guess. Alright, I want to use this thing. Creature is now considered to be a member of your team. Your existing paradigms are automatically updated according to its role. Alright. Press B and check out the new paradigms that have become available. Now everything's completely changed. Alright, so it brings in a monster ally. With the addition of new paradigms, your strategic choices have also expanded. Paradigms that include monsters can be customized and tuned in the normal manner. Alright, so what I want to do... I've now basically got a healer. what would be nice is if I had a pack that was set up in a specific fashion to, let's see, for him to be Sentinel, and Sarah to be Ravager, and then Kate Sith being the monster ally, and she's basically the healer. So I've got a tank, a DPS, and the healer there. Cool. And then what I can do after that is when a stagger occurs, I can switch out to Commando Ravager, which means that's a bunch of extra damage being done by him. Cool. That's neat. I like that. Alright. For the moment, we're just going to set this as default, I think. And you'll notice that there's little switches in there. It would also be nice to have an AoE one, actually. You can... There's a tuning option. I'm not... Ah, that's how it works. So, maybe I want to create the same setup. Or maybe I could... What if I were to create one that was designed specifically just to kill everything? Like, there you go. Prioritizes actions that have area of effect. So, this paradigm is something I use for kicking the crap out of everything. And then this one I can use for standard tanky stuff. I mean, in this situation, you might even want to go for that. Because that's the one I'll be using if I'm taking a lot of damage from a really strong boss target. Okay. Great. Done. What? More systems with stupid names? Oh, here we go. Prepare for battle. By this Winamp visualizer effect. And this dancing robot. What the balls? Yeah, I definitely need to know that. Feral Link. Okay. Add a monster to your party and watch the Feral Link. Oh, so this is the limit break, basically. Alright. Or Overdrive. And whatever the hell the other one was. Mist. Was it Mist? Mist attacks? Yeah. In Final Fantasy XII, if I recall correctly. Build chain attacks with your monster ally. Use items on them to increase the recharge rate of the Feral Link Gorge. Alright. Okay, well. You can stop by kicking the crap out of that. We are focusing targets. Notice is full. Press X to unleash the Feral Link. Kitty Clock? That's not a real thing. Okay, unleash the Kitty Clock. Oh, it's a quick time event. Alright. So that actually is kind of like Overdrive in Final Fantasy X. The effect of the special attack will depend on the synchronization rate. I assume that is how fast I press the buttons or something. I don't know. Alright, there we go. Cool, battles have suddenly got a lot more interesting. Right, well, if you're tanking, I really do not need to have you doing anything else, really. So, we'll start with Flame, see if that does anything. That seems to do a fair amount. And you can just stand there taking a lot of punishment. Seems to be effective. What is Aero? I never actually checked. Alright, it's just an air attack. Okay then, that's fine. Maybe Thunder is a good idea. Electrical attack. At least do a little bit of damage. He's definitely not going down all that fast, is he? I can't take it seriously. Yeah. Smack it about a little bit. Yeah, getting this thing to do anything whatsoever is tricky. I think I prefer this setup to Final Fantasy XII. It's got some similarities, certainly, in the way that the tank healer DPS combo seems to work, and the fact that it is, of course, in real time. But here, it seems more involved, I suppose, because it is. You're actually doing more. And you're encouraged to do it quickly as well, because otherwise you waste time that could otherwise be used kicking the crap out of stuff. Alright, there you go. That is... I don't know what it just gave me, but that is an example of the battle system with the use of a monster ally. Intriguing. I'm interested to know what these items are that I've been given. Let's have a look, shall we? Inventory. Monster crystals. So I can have these Zwerg Scandroid, or the Kate Sith. I still want to know what all of those abilities are. I have no idea what these are for either. Something I need to find out at some point in the not-too-distant future. Ah, okay. These are monster materials. An item used to increase all biological monsters' attributes. And mechanical monsters' attributes, right. So if I... Okay, so I guess I can't use it from here. Maybe there's another way to use it. Also, I really should actually equip this damn thing. Outside of this inventory screen, it's not ideal. It's a big-ass list. Let's have her actually... There you go. Nice and easy. Alright, let's look at the monsters. Maybe there's a way to do it this way. Oh, the adornments are for the monsters! Alright. You can customize your monsters. Both of those look kind of ugly, honestly. But you can have that. There you go. And consumable. Aha! Right! There you go. I now understand. We shall give it a name. We shall give it a name. Select a monster name. Can I not just have my own other, maybe? Barry? Can call it Barry? I might have to call it Barry. It's like, all of these are... It's like, these are all sensible names. I'm not really sure. Why can't I just call it... Does it actually use voice acting to call out that name? Or is it just restricting me for no apparent reason? Why can't I not just name it something horrible? It's gonna be Barry, I think. It's gonna be called Barry. There you go. Your name is now Barry. I think. Has it actually done what I asked it to do? There you go. See? Barry. Select. Yes, Barry the medic. There you go. How wonderful. Your name is now Barry. Do you feel worse or better? I can't tell. Your expression is passive. Alright, so I can infuse the XIII with the Scandroid's Monster Crystal to gain, by the looks of it, bugger all, as far as I can tell. Let's try it anyway. That is really grim. You can consume the other monster to enhance that one, but I don't think he's actually got any passive abilities to even take, but let's try it anyway. Aha! Okay, so, yeah, there's basically no point in doing that infusion. Alright, cool. I'm still not sure what those upgrades are, though. Maybe they're used in battle or something. Alright. I guess we're done with Barry. We should probably give him a name as well. Alright. Let's find him the worst name we can. There we go! We found it! Brittany! Brittany the robot. There is Crumpet as well. I think we're gonna have to call something Crumpet at some point. I'm not sure why you can't just put your own name in, but whatever. Passive ability summary. None. No abilities at all. I'm tattooing a robot. What kind of crazy game is this? There you go. Okay, Barry. Like I said, I'm still not... Maybe it's done through party paradigms. I don't know, man. I don't even know. Let's add Brittany to the list. Because, hey, why not? There we go. I'd also like to know what all of these things actually mean. Doesn't seem to tell me anything whatsoever. I am confused. I don't even know. What does late bloomer mean? If I were to remove him from the list, and then go here, and then... That's annoying. So, if you've got him here, I wonder if this actually... If you use the right trigger here, it doesn't tell you jack, yeah? But if you remove it from the list, go back here, then press the right trigger, it actually gives you some information. This should not be the case. It should not be the case. Yeah, the UI is confusing. times, I have to say. I'm still curious as to how to use those items, but whatever. I'll get onto that later, I guess. There you go, the battle team has now been changed. I don't want Brittany in there. So I guess we're editing that and changing that to Barry. Barry the medic will do that. I think I'll just use Barry the medic for everything, really. Unfortunately, that then means I'm going to have to change all of these. I'm not sure why it automatically changed them. That's kind of irritating. I'm going to have to change all of these back over to Barry. I guess we could just keep him out of the mix otherwise. Alright. Cool, we're done. Let's get back to fighting. I should probably also save the game. I'm just cute. I'm paranoid that something horrible will happen. No! No, 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 no. Yeah, that would be an example. Okay, we are back in. Let's get on with it, shall we? So there's really no point in having him as leader whatsoever. None. Because all he's going to do is sit there and tank anyway, and if I want to be using active ability, she's the one that's going to be doing that. Oh my. Oh, it's you again. And you've conveniently opened the path for me.
What just happened?
I think it was obvious.
Looks like we're getting overlap from another reality. Atlas has disappeared into another world.
How do you know this?
Time, I guess.
I guess, indeed. Oh, hell. Here we go. Attack the flappy thing. What the hell's a chocolina? I don't think I even want to know. Alright. Bastard owls. Let's get it. Alright. AoE, mass damage. Here we go. Thundara. There's Fira and then fire. There we go. Set them all on fire. Kaboom. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that. Bam. Yes, I know. I get the idea. Zap them. These battles are pretty cool. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. And you know what? I didn't think I would, actually. That's probably the biggest deal to it. I thought I'd absolutely despise this game, but I'm really enjoying it thus far. Aside from the obvious story problems and the UI issues. Alright, there you go. Alright, that's you dealt with. There's a lot of spam fire in your general direction. And that's a crash. Let's just quickly restart that. On. Refresh. Is that back? That doesn't need to be there. Okay. Back to the action. I should really look through the bestiary at some point and see what these things are actually injured by. I only got 3 stars for that? Really? Huh. Oh, I got a gotcha medivinin in there. Oh, I see. Of course. How silly of me. What the hell is going on over there?
Another gate, huh? Figures.
And we need an artifact to open it, right?
Pretty much.
Right. The key is something that doesn't belong in this time.
The Moogle. I told you it's the bloody Moogle. It was the Moogle all along.
Exploring, are we? I want to be careful in here. Someone spotted a thief in one of the tunnels, deeper in the ruins.
I don't know what that is.
We haven't seen a thief on Cocoon for several years now. There's definitely something spooky going on here. I hope someone takes care of it soon.
You're the military! Do it yourself! Lazy bastards. Oh, okay, so there is a mission. Right, interesting. That looks terrifying. Let's kill it.
Think you can handle one of those monsters? Maybe you should just leave it to the soldiers. A creature like that shouldn't even be here.
No, you're useless.
The paradox has been thrown in. There's no telling what it's capable of. Watch your step and be ready for anything.
Worst military ever. Without question. It's like, oh, well, the military and its firepower can't... Oh, no. Now what do you want? Ugh. What? What is it this time?
We We had some supply stations around here. Then they sort of disappeared.
As they do.
Probably another paradox side effect.
Probably just somebody ate them. Seems more likely.
Leave it to me, Kubo.
What? Occasionally you'll come across treasure spheres or other objects that are out of phase with the current timeline. Press the right bumper and ask the Moogle to work his magic. Do I have to talk to that sodding thing? The paradox effect will be dispelled and you can get the object. Alright. Okay then. Get it sorted. Be useful. God knows how he has the powers of doing that, but well. Oh, right. That's what is needed for those other gates, isn't it? Can I go through this gate with that artifact?
We can't activate the portal without the key.
Evidently not.
First, we have to figure out what opens this gate.
Yeah, see, this. Let's try this.
Something that doesn't belong in this time. Sounds like us.
Oh, bloody hell, really? Yeah, 4 minutes and it crashes again. I'd love to know what's causing that. I'll have to try and figure it out after this live stream is done. Kind of reaching the end at this point. I'm getting a little bit tired. So, I may have to stop this. Not quite yet, though. I'd actually like to go and kill that big thing and maybe make some progress in this area first. Alright, it's back on.
It would save us the trouble of searching.
Yes, it would. And again, it would certainly cause the game to last a lot less time, and that would not be so good for a Square Enix game, would it? Alright, if we have a look at the items, I'm curious to know what the wild artifact. Let's see if it actually tells you anything about it. Yep, opens crystal gates. Well, that I assume is not a crystal gate. That is a different kind of gate. I don't know what the difference between them both is, and I can't see the difference, but hey. I'm sorry. What is a stripper doing here?
Chocobocolina!
What?
Welcome, get your traveling products here at Chocolina's Emporium. The beauty's all mine, but the products can be yours, but only if you show me the money. This might be a once-in-a-lifetime choc-amazing opportunity, so don't miss out.
Hi there. I'm a little overwhelmed and
What?
slightly confused, to be honest. So you run a shop?
Why is this here? Why is this stupid thing in the game? This is one of the many reasons I can never take Final Fantasy games seriously. This bollocks. Just... why? Chocobocolina sounds like a sodding dessert. Oh, God. You're gonna have to give me a minute. I have to calm myself down after that nonsense. Okay. I'm gonna trust her with my valuable items. God. I wouldn't trust her with an inflatable hammer, let alone something of value. Yes, I know how to equip accessories. I did it earlier. It's not that difficult. But yeah, in this case, you don't have a limit on the number of accessories aside from this numbered limit there. So by the looks of it, there's actually different kinds of bangles. That's intriguing. Perhaps the delicate one that takes just less cost? Because that's intriguing. Maybe it's worse, maybe it's not. I'm interested by that budget system. That's kind of cool. Alright. Oh, god damn weeaboo garbage. Alright. What can I haven't needed to use a single Phoenix down up to this point. I'm very tempted just to flog every single last one of them, but... no, there's nothing worth flogging at the moment. So, I might as well. Let's see what we can buy. Monster materials. Well, I've got plenty of those, and I don't even know how to use the bloody things yet, so... greens, I've got one of those. Aha! Accessories and weapons. These look good. How much cash have I got? Enough to buy both, by the looks of it. Alright, they are massive upgrades! Huge, gigantic upgrades! So, I guess we're buying both. we go. And I'll have one of you. Can I afford? Yeah, I can afford at least one of these, at least. What do they do? Massive resistance to stuff that I've never heard. Imperil? Imperil, I don't even know. Magic resistance, physical resistance, a black belt. Physical resistance seems useful. Let's grab one of those. There we go. Okay, cool. I don't know if it's... Should I sell a Phoenix down? I'm probably going to regret doing this. But it's just I've got so many of them and I never need them. So I might as well just... sell 3. There's probably people screaming in the chat for me not to do this. Because it's something really important. But, you know, whatever. I guess I can also sell my old weapons. Let's have a look at this stuff. It would be nice to maybe get a resist magic as well. There we go. That should do for the moment. And then we'll see what we can... Oh, for crying out loud. Seriously? Man. It's telling me it wants to stop by the looks of it. Alright, you're back, thank you. Alright, let's get away from this crazy woman.
Have a fantabulous day!
It's raining! And you're wearing that garbage. How do the... Why do the soldiers let her here? You're in dangerous ruins, you're surrounded by military personnel, and they let a stripper in. This world doesn't make any sense to me. Alright, let's get our equipment sorted out, shall we? Alright, so you know that really terrible weapon you've got? Why don't you wear a better one? There you go. It still looks like it's a toy, honestly, all things considered, but we'll deal with it. And you can... There you go, a black belt and a howling soul. Sorted. I guess I can just get rid of the junk weapons, but there's no inventory limit, so I don't really see the point in that thus far. Just checking that I haven't missed anything. There are some primers here. I'm interested to know if there's anything... Oh, God! Oh, they're all in here. Right. That's interesting. That's where all the information is. What is a synergist? Enhances allies' powers, so it's a buffer. Okay. Facing a powerful opponent, use a synergist to buff your party with extra powers. Okay. Cool. I want to know how you upgrade monsters. Monster customization. Customize your monsters, change their names, or dress them up with adornments. Okay, that's not really relevant. I'm interested to know what the other stuff is. Monster growth. Alright. Let's wide open the menu, select... Oh, it's done through the Crystarium. Right, okay. Fine. Now I understand. So now I can grow Barry, the medic. So each of these, I assume... Oh, right, okay, I get it. So they don't gain Crystarium, they use materials, which you acquire, and wow, I'm going to need 7 of the bloody things to get farther than that. Alright. Oh, I got a resist magic, that's alright. Okay, Barry. No, oh, come on! Fun times, fun bloody times. You want to be going on for 2 minutes? Okay, back to Brittany. There we go, Brittany, the robot. Have some potent bolts. There you go. So I really should go back to that crazy feather woman and buy a bunch of those materials because they barely cost anything.
Have you seen that big old giant? Where'd he come from? Someone sure wasted their time and hard-earned money making something that big. I don't like seeing materials go to waste like that, but hey, what can I do? I can open up my shop. That's what I can do.
I don't like seeing materials go to waste, but let me show you my frickin' Chocobo costume. Monster materials, okay. I want to upgrade my Kate Sith, or whatever the sod it's called. Right, there we go. I'll buy 10 of these. Please don't talk to me. Please don't talk to me.
You know I'm counting on you. Everyone is.
You need to be committed. Alright, let's get this upgrade, shall we? Sounds like a plan. Alright, Barry. Upgrades for you. Yes, here you go. Resist curse. More levels, haha! Alright, now it takes 2 to get to every level. Right, you are now buffed up really nicely. Fantastic. I still don't quite know what those abilities are, though. It hasn't told me yet. I don't... What does late bloomer, hexproof, and calm actually mean? Not a clue. Not a clue. Possibly in the data log. I'm gonna go with no. Doesn't appear to be. And then there's this ability infusion thing. Is that a I'm sorry, Final Fantasy, but that is a tomato. And I can't accept that as being a legitimate monster type. Not under any circumstances. Alright, monsters can be infused with the ability of other monsters. Select a monster from the list. Select infusion to give that monster the abilities of it. Alright, fine. No problem. I think we're ready to roll. By the looks of it. Has he got anything to say about what's happening here?
They say the thief was
No.
seen in the tunnels further in. Did you spot anything yet?
No, I didn't. Apparently just talking to any of these guys gives you information on that. Alright, into the tunnels we go, I suppose. Visitors. Incredibly dangerous ruins. Alright, let's get the crap out of this thing. I have no idea what it's... It's got an ability called Serial Killer? What? This bloody thing is Dexter in plant form. Here, have some fire. Well, he's just standing there getting beaten up, which is obviously a good way to do things. Let's try... Flame Strike. Let's try a more physical attack. Seems to do about the same amount of damage, as far as I can tell. Oh no, actually that is much more effective. Alright, use the kitty clock. God, I can't take that seriously. Oh, balls, I actually missed that up, so that could have been much better than it was. Alright, Angry Cat attack has been engaged. Because hey, why the hell not? I wonder what it is vulnerable to. Let's try Thunder. Thunder seems to actually do more damage. Interesting. Can we do a Spark Strike on it? Maybe try a physical attack? No, definitely the ranged attack is better in that regard. Let's try Ice. Yeah, they all seem to be fairly effective. But she's taking like no damage and... Alright. In that case, I'm going to have to change paradigm, I think, because I need to actually do some damage here. And that's not happening at the moment. There you go. Beat the crap out of him. At this point, there's no way we're going to be able to keep our chains up otherwise and actually do real damage. Oh, that actually hurts a lot. Holy hell. Alright, here you go. Have some of that. There you go. He's a pretty tough bastard, but he doesn't seem to do any damage, so I find it hard to really care. Alright, he's beaten on me now, so if we can prevent that from happening, that would actually be wonderful. There you go. Taunt it, please. Now smack him about. There you go. go, that's pretty serious damage. So the more we beat on it, the more damage we're doing if we're able to maintain that chain. Which we currently are, so down you go. There you go. That seemed to do the job. Didn't get a single point for that, apparently I just suck too much ass. Confirmed. I'm slowly getting the hang of this. Is that a barrier? Not much of one.
Sorry, I can't deal with you right now. One of my men lost an experimental drug that our unit was testing. It's a reaction-enhancing substance. Kind of thing. If the substance was stolen, there's no telling where it will end up. We have to retrieve it.
Civilians shouldn't be handling that. Here, have this mission where it involves civilians handling it.
You'll help us search for the capsules? We could certainly use an extra hand or two. We're missing 2 capsules. They look just like ordinary medicine. If you find them, bring them directly.
I'm sorry, but suspension of hang on, the Cooper went in that direction.
There may be a cemetery
That's not his
somewhere
name.
in the ruins. Please tell me if you think you found it.
Oh god.
It scares me, but
You deal with
I
it.
have to know.
Alright, what have you found? Go on. Reveal whatever the balls that is. Ah, wonderful. What is inside? Oh, well, that's one of the capsules, I suppose. Let's double check that that's the case. It could be something else. Key items. Capsule, yes, that is one of the medicine. Okay, so we're looking for the other one as well. I need to kind of get a grip as to where I am at the moment. Atlas is one of them. And then there's the big stompy guy, who I can't really see on the map at the moment. Oh, it's a question mark. Well, perhaps the other one is over here somewhere. No, that's just the hand in. Never mind. Ah! Out of sodding nowhere comes the giant plant thing. I guess we can maybe kick its ass a bit better this time. Now I know the best way to deal with it. There we go. There you go, do some damage. Do enough damage otherwise to really concern ourselves with. Gotta say the thunder doesn't really seem to do much. There you go, you can have some of that. Some minor damage, nothing that the healer can't deal with. It's a nice involved battle system. I do prefer it to the old style of just turn-based nonsense. If you're going to do turn-based, in my opinion, you've really got to do SRPG-style strategy. Shining Force, Fire Emblem. I don't like it otherwise. Alright, stagger time. There you go. Now feel free just to